Hello. What's up? Happy New Year. Y'all, I haven't seen you in chat since since 2023. How well is that? Oh, I've got that. Thank you. Yo, check. Yeah, this sweater. I got this. I think I got this online in like a randomized pack of sweaters. So, I feel like that worked out good. You haven't seen me in chat ever. Well, welcome to chat. Thanks for coming by. I'm so glad you liked the Mamma Mia video. Wow, 7 times. I've watched it a lot of times because I was editing it, but you know what? Yeah. New background. Good eye. I rotated my room. My desk used to be over there, and I was like, I need to trick my brain. Um, I need to trick my brain into doing different things, so we rearranged. But the this background is not. It's not giving what I want it to be giving. Um, so I've been thinking of painting my walls, but I haven't decided on a color. Randomized sweater box. That's the real question. Yeah, I probably just need to put more things on the walls. Is it so you can secretly gaze into Josh Hutcherson's eyes? Maybe. Maybe. Wait, I didn't say hi to everyone yet. Hi, little Pingu. I'm sorry that the MatPat announcement is bringing such bad vibes. Hopefully we can balance that out. Hi, Daleks. Welcome. Hi, Cool Fox. Hi, Theo. Hi, JV. Hi, Connor. Hi, Gio. Welcome. Thanks for popping by. It's so Geocore to be like out doing things and still pop by for a sec of the stream. Yeah, I don't know. There's plenty of wall art around my house, but not in my room. What's up with that? What's up with that? We're gonna start this off by lighting some incense. These matches really go. They just love to burn. Ooh, there's a halo effect. Just specifically right here. That's sick. You made me art for my background. That's true. I didn't really think about this background until we hopped on stream, so there we go. Incense time. This is just your standard Nag Champa situation. Oh, Lil Pingu, I'm glad that's good context for the Matt Pat update. I'm glad that he's prioritizing family. That's huge. We do have Where the Wild Things Are in the background over here. So that we got that going for us. I also, as I frequently do, am gonna eat dinner. If anyone has misophonia in chat and would prefer that I don't, I'll be quieter. Hi, Blueberry Lemon. Hi, Lupita Lachona. Welcome. Yo. Yeah, Theo, I do have a Letterboxd. I'll put it in chat. I like Letterboxd. Letterboxd is fun. Do I have an all-time favorite movie? Yeah. My favorite movie is Her. It's been that way since 2013 when I was starting to get into film, so sometimes I'm like, should I reevaluate that? Bye, Gio. Totally, let's hang soon. Okay. How do I share my profile? There we go. Yeah, Her. My top 4 on Letterboxd right now. I haven't updated them in a minute, but Her, The Witch, Up, and 8th Grade are currently my top 4 faves. I've only seen 8th Grade once though. That's how powerful that movie is. I only saw it once and I was like, there it is. But we got Where the Wild Things Are over here, which is another Spike Jonze. Spike Jonze is my favorite director. And I've seen... How much of Spike Jonze have I seen? I've seen a bunch of his music videos. I have seen all of the features he's directed, which is only like 4. I have not seen all of the things he produced. But yeah. You didn't care for 8th Grade? I mean, it's a horror movie. So it's not everyone's cup of tea. It really hit. You love horror. What are y'all's favorite movies? What movies do you care for deeply? Don't watch many movies, Alex? That's real. Honestly, I did not. I didn't watch a lot of movies last year. I like to watch movies in a theater with people. I like to watch the movies in theaters with people, and I don't do that very often. So, and I don't have the attention span or planning commitment to sit down and watch a movie on my own very often. Okay, here's what we got. Lupita Lachana says, Nacho Libre, no joke. I don't think I've ever seen Nacho Libre all the way through. I've seen scenes from it, for sure, but... I mean, from what I know about that movie, not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. JV says Birds of Prey and also Barbie. Those are solid choices. I still need to finish Birds of Prey. I started it when I was depressed, and I didn't finish it. Will Pingo was kind of being... I was being a little hyperbolic about it being a horror movie, but it's like... It really, I feel like, understands the terror of growing up in a very visceral way. Blueberry Lemon says, Howl's Moving Castle, current fave. I think I saw that as a kid, but I don't know if I I don't know if I have in a while. Ooh. I'm glad we got some The Witch appreciators in chat. Love Actually and Princess Bride. I just watched Love Actually for the first time this Christmas. I feel like I could talk a long time about that. Also, Thea Reginer said, Uno reverse on the Q&A, huh? Yeah, you show up and I ask you questions. That's how it's gonna be. Should I throw some, like, chill music in the background? How do I do that and not, like, get a copyright strike? John Doe says, TV series are more my jam. It's just nice seeing episodic structure in general, or how shows choose to tell a story with episodes. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like that movies can tell a succinct story. And I think TV sometimes, like, loses its soul to its indefinite format, but I do love a well-made, longer piece of media. I've been watching Big Little Lies recently. I've never seen it before, and the people are right. It's good. Whoa. Connor says, recently made a list of movies to watch in order to understand me, which includes Captain Fantastic, banger. Me, Earl, and Dying Girl, still haven't seen it. Heard it was right up my alley when it came out, but I haven't seen it yet. The Truman Show, banger. Stranger Than Fiction, haven't seen that since I was a kid, but I probably would appreciate it. And Moonrise Kingdom. Yo. Moonrise Kingdom. I was really into Wes Anderson in college. I have not kept up as much on that front, but yeah. Nimona on Netflix. I follow Andy Stevenson, and he's one of my favorite, like, people to see. I think I'm on his, like, Substack as well, and I just think he's neat. But I still have not seen Nimona or read any of his comics. But yeah. Ooh, Dalek says, I also adore The Social Network, the 2005 Chronicles of Narnia, and a few I can't think of right now. I love The Social Network. I haven't seen it in a while, but I did use clips of it in the Barbie video because I was like, gotta show some respect for The Social Network. That shit hits. 2005 Chronicles of Narnia, I have not seen it since I was a kid. But Greta Gerwig is gonna make some Narnia movies, so I best get my ass in gear. Cool Fox loves animation a lot. Real. Animation is such a cool medium. I don't know if I have the patience for all animation, since a lot of it skews younger, but like, but overall, good shit. You can do so many things in animation that you can't do in any other medium. Alex, we are the same person. It's true. Theo says criminally low rating for Rogue One. Okay, this is a hot take. I think it's a hot take. I think Rogue One sucks. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't like war movies, and Rogue One is a war movie, and I don't think its characters are well developed. I think it's got some cool scenes. The ending's dope. But, like, the middle bit is, like, feels hollow to me. It does not feel like a movie that has substance to it. It's a Star Wars movie. What did you expect? More. But here's another hot take. I think Star Wars 9 is fine. It's dumb. It's not great, but it's fun. And that's important. It knows how to have a good time. And I had a good time when I watched it, so what else can you really ask for? Does it make any sense? No. Ooh, Connor, is Iron Claw good? I keep seeing ads for it, and it's got hot boys in it, so that's compelling. Theo, thank you for the for backing me up on that. Hot boys make everything better. Should I at least watch Andor? I've heard Andor is like great, but I think I get weird. I get nervous when I get recommended a show because I'm like, that's like a lot of hours. This better be good, you know? And I think I've been burned by a couple HBO shows before, like Euphoria Season 1, really, really good. Euphoria Season 2, entertaining and pretty, but doesn't stick the landing. Westworld really burned me, I think. I was like, is this what all of this is like? Because I don't trust it. Yeah. There are wars up in them stars. Ooh, I've never watched the 1995 Pride and Prejudice as an adult, but my mom was really into it when I was younger, and she was like, "It's just mom things," and I was, why did she have to discount it like that? You know, because it is good and people like it. Legally Blonde and Mean Girls, good choices, Cool Fox. I've never seen Legally Blonde. Take away my queer card. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Isn't that insane? How is that? How is that possible? Here's a thing about my media consumption. If the movie came out before 2013 and was PG-13 and had like a vague aroma of sexuality to it, I probably haven't seen it. Because of my upbringing, so. Iron Claw is like Little Women but men. That's a strong pitch. I do love Little Women. Rip. That just means I have a chance to watch it. Hey, I like your attitude, Cool Fox. Whoa, the female gaze. I just got a text from my sister-in-law saying, "You've never seen Legally Blonde?" It's really funny to me when like someone texts me, "Hi Corey." Welcome to the stream. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen Legally Blonde. Confessions. I've also never seen the musical. That makes sense, though. I've also never seen the 2005 Pride and Prejudice. Those feel like they'd be right up my alley. Here's the other thing. When you're socialized male, there's a lot of things that you just don't see. Wait, maybe did I see... I maybe saw the 2005 Pride and Prejudice as a kid, but I don't remember it very well. We did? Okay, cool. My brother confirms that we watched the 2005 Pride and Prejudice when we were younger. Dalek says, I've recently been on a Fiddler on the Roof kick. Even though it's 3 hours long, it makes me feel sad. I've not dug into that movie since high school. But I was in Fiddler on the Roof twice in high school. Yeah, I remember the Keira Knightley. I don't remember much of what happens in that movie. But theater kid SMH. Yep. Yeah, I was in 2 different productions of Fiddler on the Roof. I missed some messages from earlier. We got some School of Rock appreciation. Theo says their favorite movies are Ghostbusters, Scream, Nope, Knives Out, Children of Men, Muppet Movie, Clue, Lego Movie, Lego Batman Movie, Noises Off, School of Rock, Miseducation of Cameron Post, Into the Spider-Verse. Of those, I really fuck with Nope, Knives Out. Lego Movie I really liked when it came out. Noises Off I did a scene of for an acting thing in college, but I did not I've not seen the movie. Yeah. Other favorite, Glass Onion, yes JV. Glass Onion appreciators. West Side Story, Marcel the Shell, Apollo 10 and a half, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. That's your top 18. Thank you, Theo. I need to see Marcel the Shell still. I saw the original things as a kid, but like, yeah, I never saw the movie version. Hi, A. Harris. I feel like you should see Barbie Princess and the Pauper. That seems like it'd be right up my alley. Let me add that to my watch list on Letterboxd. I probably will have put Marcel the Shell. I think you're right. 10, what's up? Great entrance. What, someone said... Hi, Cam. We got a second text from someone who's not in chat. I'm obsessed. Aw, kissy face emoji. Thank you. Kissy face emoji right back. We're giving Mr. Processing a list of girlhood and womanhood films to watch. I'm very down for that. Hit me with what you got. What musicals have I seen? John Doe, that's a great question. Like movie musicals or stage musicals? I always forget. Into the Spider-Verse is not. That's not a musical. Into the Woods is is probably my favorite musical. I've seen it twice. I've seen the current. I saw the version on Broadway and then the touring version, twice in the past like year and a half, and I loved it. It was so good. I just saw the pro shot of the original Into the Woods a couple months ago, and if you haven't seen that, go watch it. Get some girlies together. Watch that. Bernadette Peters. I've talked about this on the stream before, but she is incredible as the witch, and it's so weird watching a performance that then set the tone for every single performance of that role going forward. So if you ever see a version of that of Into the Woods, the witch is in conversation with other performances of the witch, namely the originating role. It blew my fucking mind. I just watched the pro shot with the same friend of JV was Casey. I watched the Sweeney Todd pro shot original. I liked it. I'm excited to see maybe if there's a version of Sweeney Todd that speaks to me more. Yo, Theo, you played the witch last year? Hell yeah. Yo. 10, thank you so much for congratulating me on the Barbie success. Blueberry Lemon says, I loved going to Blockbuster back in the day and picking out Barbie movies. I still have our Blockbuster card. That's so sweet. Oh my god. uh Whoa. JV says my favorite bad movies are Catwoman, Elektra, and Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. I actually watched Elektra in like 2018. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was great, but it was fun. On Stranger Tides is the fourth one, right? I was into it. Yeah. There's a French Canadian film called Humanist Vampire Seeking Consenting Suicidal Person. Well, that sounds right up my alley. It came out last year. Oh, absolutely. And it's French? Hell yeah. Did anyone see Seeking a Friend for the End of the World? It came out in like 2010 or something, and it had Steve Carell and Keira Knightley in it, I think. Burn a goddamn at Peters. I would probably put the goddamn between her first name and last name, but I admire the audacity. Lil Pingu says, Arcane, great first season, like so crisp and compact, and depth is amazing. Season 2 coming November. I heard great things about Arcane. Daleks, Love Simon has a special place in my heart too. There's like queer discourse about that movie, but like I think it's lovely and simple, and for young little gay boys, young little bis, young little socialized male fucking queers, I feel like if you hit it at the right time of your life, it's like absolutely so major. It came out right around the time that I was like coming to terms with my bisexuality, and it just like was really pivotal for me. So like especially the scene where Simon goes to like he's like, why do I have to tell anyone? I just want to go to LA and be gay and not and I was like, oh, you know, like I'm gonna do in 3 months. So that hit especially hard. Yo, yeah, I didn't really have Blockbuster specifically in my life, but I was alive for movie stores. Um, yeah. There's a film called Codependent Lesbian Space Alien Seeks Same. Wow, these are Fallout Boy ass like titles of movies. Yo, R and Z, um, it depends on if you have things that you need to get up for early in the morning tomorrow. If not, enjoy. If you're sleepy, You always have permission from me on this stream to go to bed. Anyone can go to bed at any time. Wait, I have top chat on. I changed it. Top chat versus live chat is so weird. Holy shit, 10, that's so bleak. You're low-key right. Like, Tonks' whole thing is, like, being fluid and being able to change. And then she ends up in, like, a heterosexual marriage. Wow. Thanks, Alex. I was like, I missed something. Someone brought up Harry Potter and I didn't see it, so yeah, that's bleak. My first Aaron says my first class is at 1 p.m. I can't speak to your relationship to alcohol, but if it's happy good times, drink away. All right. So I suppose you got my brother says thoughts on Saltburn. You guys, Saltburn is one of the best movies I saw from 2023. Saltburn. I did not like. I just actively liked Saltburn. Not ironically. I think that we need more weird, horny little movies. You know? I think we need more weird, horny little movies. I think, without any spoilers, Saltburn is really pretty. It also descends into madness in a really lovely way. And 10, that's such an online syntax. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I want to see it again. I like it. Almost like triggered the I have to make content about this part of my brain. It like set my brain on fire a little bit, which is a good sign. We need. Alex says that's the role Tim Curry used to fill. We need a new Tim Curry to make weird little horny movies. Weird horny little movies. Yeah. The fact that it was improv, all of Saltburn was improvised. This is news. Just make more videos. Simple as that. I would like to make more videos, but it takes a long time, and I also don't get paid from YouTube and Patreon enough to quit my job. Slash jobs, because I'm freelance, but yeah. The grave scene. People have been talking about it, but hot take, it's great. It's a great scene. I think this is, yeah. Ooh, Daleks, that's a great question. Uh, as this is a Q&A, you'd be right. I haven't opened up the floor officially. Like, I feel like at some point I need to, like, officially open the floor to Q&A questions, but, Cam, I saw your text. I appreciate you joining the conversation. um, Nancy Rodriguez says, I've heard it's a bit overrated and slow. Can't wait to see Saltburn. It is! Yeah! I haven't seen Godzilla -1 yet. I've heard from Twitter that it's just great across the board. Yeah. Dalek says, as an editor, are there any movies you stopped watching / walked out of because of editing choices? I'm trying to think. Are there movies I've walked out of? I don't walk out of a lot of movies. If anything, I, like, start a lot of movies and then, like, lose attention span 15 minutes in. So badly edited movies. I just recently saw The Color Purple. I watched The Color Purple and then Saltburn as, like, a double feature. The Color Purple in theaters and Saltburn at my friend's home. I didn't think that The Color Purple was very edited. Like, I like visible style with editing. I like it when the editing draws attention to itself. Okay, also, The Color Purple, I thought the performances were amazing. I didn't think it was a particularly well-constructed film. But it did move me in different scenes, but there was also scenes where it was trying to move me where it totally didn't. That is the wildest double feature choice. It is. You'd be right. 10, you said, as an editor myself, I walked out on Thor Love and Thunder. Oof. I have not seen that, and I don't intend to at this point, and I think that's okay. Are there, alternatively, are there editing choices that immediately turn you off? Y'all, chat's on fire right now. I'm obsessed with this. Aaron Z says, okay, we have reached unable to mask autism level drunk. There's a lot of autistic people in chat very often, so your autism is welcome here. I haven't seen Epidemic, and I've also never seen a single Von Trier movie. I kind of want to see Melancholia though. And one of my friends says there's one with Willem Dafoe where they had to use a prosthetic dick because his dick was too big and it was shocking to Lars von Trier, I think. I'm not sure if I'm telling that story right. If you haven't seen Dan Olsen's video on the editing in Suicide Squad, that's a really good video on editing. I haven't seen it in a minute, but, like, the needle drops in that movie. Editing choices, I don't love it when editing feels like it should be motivated. There's like a rhythm, a cadence, a pace to it. It's like if you were talking with someone and they were talking with, like, such a weird cadence and, like, putting emphasis on the wrong things. Like, it would, like, it make you're like, that's not, I don't normally hear sentences like that, so it's throwing me off. that's kind of, I feel like tuning into the rhythm of like, is this hitting? Are we pacing this out well? I don't. Oftentimes, a lot of editing is handheld. Is like it's often bad because it's not the editor wasn't given an interesting footage to work with. And one thing I started feeling during the middle of the last scene of Color Purple was like they just had a wide shot and then they had like two close-ups and then they just decided which one to go with kind of arbitrarily. It almost felt more like choices you would make for a musical pro shot rather than a film. And it's like you guys can be intentional with why we're seeing what we are. And sometimes you just gotta grab the shots, get the coverage, and then boom, you're out of there. But like but I don't love it when you're just like, okay, we cut back to a medium shot. Why? Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I don't think I've turned something off because it's so poorly edited, but like generally if something's badly edited, it also lacks in a lot of the other areas of the craft. So it probably doesn't look very good. It probably has weird performances, and like sometimes editing can save bad performances, but like editing and bad performances together is just like oof. Cam says I turned it off like 20 minutes in. I'm assuming Melancholia. Yeah, I think that might be the ADHD. I'm still trying to decide. No, Epidemic. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes people make challenging art and it's like, is it bad? But or is it just or is it actually challenging? So he does a specific thing with that one. Okay, good to know. You were nodding through that whole thing? Okay, hell yeah. You with Eraserhead. I've still... Here's the... Oh. I need to see Mulholland Drive again because I saw it in... I saw it in 2018 my friend had some people over to watch it. And it was prefaced with like, this is my favorite movie of all time. Here's like 5 questions to mull on and observe while you're watching the movie. And the twist at the end of that movie was so upsetting to me because it felt like it just changed the rules in a way that I wasn't okay with. And I want to understand Lynch because I think so much about Lynch's oeuvre, however you say that, is something I really fuck with, but I just have not yet found the deep passion within me for Lynch's work, so. Because before every movie they play a clip of Julianne Moore saying, "I saw Eraserhead here." Wait, that's amazing. Did she in fact see Eraserhead at this theater? Or did she just see it at a theater and then they just used it? They gave out stickers. That's sick. Wait, we got a question of who's your favorite Muppet? Gonzo, I just watched Muppets Christmas Carol over Christmas, and that shit is amazing. I really love the title card and Rizzo the Rat as himself. That goes real hard. But yeah, Gonzo's top tier. Kermie is top tier. Miss Piggy is top tier. I love Beaker and Bunsen? Beaker and fuck. Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. Dr. Hunson Bunnydew. Um, the passing incense smoke. Yeah, I love it too. It's going great. You're right. His name is Fuck. Thoughts on Muppets Most Wanted? I haven't seen that one yet, but I did love the 2014 Muppet movie. Um, Theo, that's wild. Yeah, I was trying to cover up that thing that I accidentally said, but you got it. You nailed it. Um, your preferred version of the Christmas Carol is the Albert Finney version. Christmas Carol, Albert Finney. Scrooge? The one called Scrooge? I feel like I've heard of this one, but I haven't seen it. Yo, also, there was a message earlier that really made me laugh, which was Aaron Z says, everyone is still knocking on my door because they still think I'm the RA. Fuck. Were you the RA and now you are no longer? Oh, yeah, it's Scrooge being a musical. I feel like I've heard of this probably because it's a musical. Um, Theo, Theo says, I personally like Spirited with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. I've heard it's good. You're fresh. Why do they think you're the RA? Do you have the RA's old room? It's got what's his name, who played Obi-Wan in the original trilogy. Alec Guinness. Wow, that's cool. Wait, what's LOL oh honey in reference to? He's Marley, whoa. You have an accommodation room because of aforementioned autism. So real. Hell yeah. Do I want tea? Here, why don't I'm gonna go put on some tea water, and while I do that, do you guys want to think of questions that you have about the Barbie movie or other takes on Barbie? We'll do the titular Q&A. Hell yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go. We should probably I should get some chill music going. Stream lo-fi. Is this any good? Streamlofi.com? Streamlofi.com does not want to be loading. Chill Hop Radio. Will I get a copyright strike? Okay, I'm gonna go start the tea water. There's no music because I didn't figure it out yet. Okay, how... DMCA free lo-fi music. There's a Spotify playlist, but I don't have the paid Spotify. I feel like a little music could cut the vibe a little bit. That would be good. Seven hours of 100% DMCA free lo-fi. Wow. Lo-fi but awesome is the name of this. 7 hours? Holy fuck. Oh. You're in 2 a cappella groups? Whoa. Whoa. How does that come through? That's not coming through directly for you guys. Let's try this out. Oh. Window. macOS screen capture. Let's throw a Chrome on there. I can do this. Chrome. Google Chrome. Lo-fi but awesome. Oh, it's visible. I don't want it to be visible. I'll just move it off screen. Why is it not capturing the sound? That's unfortunate. You can hear it fine? Okay. It'll be clearer if I figure out how to do it directly. It's good at this volume? Okay. There we go. You can still hear me. That's good. Okay. We're good then. Okay. The tea water, I think, is ready. Yeah. Wait, maybe I'll go to the bathroom too. Okay, I'm back. This is fun now that there's music. Thank you to Nolan Pilgrim. 2024, we're all getting dump truck asses. Woo! Yo, hell yeah. Hell yeah, JB. Yo, MJ, welcome to the chat. Also, nice Poor Things icon. Did y'all set any intentions for 2024? And also, Theo asks, how long is this stream likely to last? I usually stream for somewhere between like 2 and 5 hours, so it could really go in a lot of different directions. Intentions for 2024. I sort of intended to myself to be more intentional with my friendships and like be vulnerable, because I feel like that was a part of them that I was sort of lacking a little bit at the end of last year. I felt like I was really running on empty and I didn't know how to connect with people in a way that was refilling. And then also just to keep working through stuff around like boundaries and what that means. East Coast represent. Hi Anna Richard, welcome. Yo, Connor, that's a great resolution. Yo, y'all let me know what you think of Poor Things when you see it. It's great. I enjoyed it a lot. Yo, you got a workout / meal plan for the year of the dump truck, Cam? I kind of want that. No, JV. Really? Poor Things just came out. I guess maybe it's been out for a couple of weeks, but wow. Brutal. Mad good. Totally. It's happening. It's happening. For maintenance. Gotta keep this juicy fat ass. Very beginner oriented right now. Cool. I feel like my ass is pretty fat. Oh, also, Speaking of me saying that out loud, there was some questions from earlier. One of them was, what did you think of the Barbie jokes at the Golden Globes? I saw a couple of the jokes from Joe Coy online, and they were like really cringily bad. Like, they were not good. JV, you made a Barbie video too? Why did I not know this? That's probably on me. I think you might have told me about that. DM me the link to it. You may have already done this, I'm sorry. Yeah, the host of the Joe Coy, more like Joe back to comedy school. Oh! Anna killed it. Killed it. Ah, it hairs. That's awesome. Tonight you're starting pole dancing lessons? That's so sick. I've heard, like, almost everyone I know or have seen online that has, like, gotten into pole dancing or burlesque or something of the sort, it's very huge for their, like, sense of self. So, yeah, being able to connect with your body and your movement and your sensuality is super, super huge. I could honestly do a lot more of that. Do more, whatever the phrasing is. Matt says, meal plan consists of step 1, consistently eat enough meals in a single day. That's always a good place to start when you're trying to bulk that fat ass. MJ says, a movie a day is rad. Maybe that's my 2024 resolution along with dump truck ass. If you could do a movie a day, fucking salute. That is hard. But I think you should try. I think you should do it. Everyone is on board for the year of the dump truck. Ted, I'm sorry that you have to... You don't have to apologize for him as a Filipino, but that is a bummer that... I thought he was, like... I don't know. My general, like, distant perception of having never seen one of his specials was, like... He's probably fine. I think people like him. But then, like, this happened and it was like, yo. Aaron says, I keep wanting to make a video, then I need to college. That's super real. I keep wanting to make a video and then I have to work. Yo, hey Harris, I'm so glad that the class went so well. That's so sick. It made the world. Theo, you've watched a movie a day for 140 days? Holy fuck. That's incredible. Yeah, start that channel. If you got things to say, start saying them. If it's fun for you doing the process, that's the deciding factor. Unrelated to Barbie, but have you heard of / watched the YouTuber Sideways? He does stuff about music, so a lot of musicals. He's great. I've seen a couple videos by him. I think, like, I get recommended his stuff, but I don't know if I've watched a ton of it. But thanks for the rec. Yo, JV, good intention. Have I seen Moral Oral? I have not. I don't know what that is. Oh, someone recommended the Sideways videos on cats to me. It might have been you. I think it might be in my watch later still. He also completely changed the way you listen to musical movies. Music in movies. That's cool. That's really exciting when a writer or a YouTuber or someone can, like, make you see something different. That's huge. Ooh, there's a sideways analysis on the on the soundtrack of How to Train Your Dragon. Okay. Hey, Daddy Warbucks, welcome. Good to see you in chat. You also like Sideways. Yo, I look glowing today? Thank you, Ten. That's so kind. I just cut my hair like an hour or two ago. So that could be a contributing factor. Oh, he's got one on Into the Woods too. I gotta dive into this. Aaron, did you just change your profile pic? Same Aaron? Hell yeah. Do you guys have any questions about the Barbie video or about Barbie? Just so I can say that I made good on the promise of the stream. You accidentally used your other email because you also have me up on your computer. Oh, okay, cool. No worries. Sometimes people change their profile picture mid-stream. So I just confirm. Ooh, great question, JV. They say, I have a Barbie question. Do you think it'll win an Oscar or a nomination? And how do you feel about the wins that they got? Is that wins? Win they got. What did they win? Huh, interesting. There's an opinion piece from Vogue that says, Barbie was $1 billion hit, but the Golden Globes proved Hollywood is still a man's world. Think pieces about the Golden Globes make me want to explode because the Golden Globes is literally like 40 people who don't have any credentials besides being journalists, who decide which celebrities they like. It's barely anything. You got him, Kim. Respectfully, fuck Hollywood. That's right. Fuck Hollywood. I think Barbie. I think awards, with the Golden Globes aside, awards movies or award shows tend to not highly award box office boom successes. They won a Golden Globe that basically said, girl, we saved several theaters from closing. I think I saw some. I didn't know about that until I just like checked when I googled it just now. I didn't know about that. But I'm glad that like they got a honorary we saved theaters Golden Globe. That's very cool. Billie Eilish won for Best Original Song, right? That definitely needed to. I think it was up against a lot of really good stuff. And when you ask yourself the question, was Margot Robbie the best performance of the year, period? Was Ryan Gosling the best performance of the year, period? I think a lot of them are maybe like a little bit of a hard sell. Like I hate to be I do love the Barbie movie, and I think I think the categories that it really deserves to be highly considered for at the Oscars are screenplay and directing. If fucking Greta Gerwig doesn't get a nomination, let alone win for directing, I'm gonna lose my shit. But I don't know. Golden Globes are a weird fluke because they're like a canary in the coal mine, but also don't mean anything. They are both everything and nothing. Aaron says gin or tequila. In terms of my personal preference, tequila. In terms of what you should drink, I don't know. Tequila's kind of an upper. Gin is more chill. Yeah, I bet What Was I Made For is gonna win for Best Original Song at the Oscars because, like, that's an incredible song on its own, and it happened to be one of the best moments in one of the best movies of the year. So it's like, and everyone loves it. So MJ says Golden Globes don't really mean anything unless Emma Stone winning for Poor Things. Given your profile picture, I see your allegiances, and I support it. I think she definitely, like, she did a hell of a performance. The weird thing about, like, Poor Things in conversation for the Oscars, or, like, just award season in general, it feels weirdly like not a movie that would be respected and appreciated by a lot of awards voters. And Emma Stone does a really good performance in the movie, but it, like, it's kind of weird to be, like, positioned as the performance that y'all gotta go see. Like, a bunch of, like, 60-year-olds who have just heard of this because of the Golden Globes are gonna go see Poor Things, and it's gonna be one of the horniest things they've seen. And it's gonna be weirder than most people are ready for. But also, I think it is, like, accessible form of weird, so I don't know. Okay, I'm behind on my questions. Thank you for asking questions, you guys. So I think it should get some. It should get some Oscars. I don't think it should get all the Oscars. I don't think it's gonna get Best Picture, but I do hope it gets Best Director. It might be streaming soon too. I do recommend seeing Poor Things in theaters if you can, just because it's so big and pretty. Cam says, Barbie question. Regarding the Barbie gets a call to fascist scene, do you think we ought to read it as actually the film telling you that it itself is participating in fascism? So is it like the fact that the film acknowledges the fascist undertones of the Barbie brand is basically like, yeah, we are doing fascism? I think, like, I was very complimentary. I was very complimentary in the Barbie movie about how much they got away with. But I do think that, like, I think Mattel was probably gonna, like shit their pants if there was any more criticism of them in that movie. So I think I'm glad that they were able to, like, engage with the bullet points versions of it, but it's not a full-fledged critique kind of thing. And also the joke everyone loves of she thinks I'm a fascist, but I don't control the railways or the whatever. That's the movie doing sleight of hand to be like, it's silly that this kid thinks that Barbie's a fascist, you know? I personally don't think that I don't think the Barbie movie is trying to tell us that it's fascist. I just don't think that, because I don't think that makes sense. but I don't think it's trying very hard. I think Barbie as a brand is a fascist, but it's not. But I don't feel Barbie as a character in the Barbie film is a fascist, which is exactly what Mattel wanted. So, and also a fascist isn't as useful to me as a descriptor of. It isn't as useful of a descriptor as. These are the ways in which it is fascist, you know? It's not like Barbie is a fascist. There are people that we should be calling a fascist, including the former president, but, yeah, an agent of fascism. Real. Aaron, I'm glad you found how drunk you wanted to be. That's a good place to be. Hell yeah. Theo, I hated Gerald's game. Apparently this is controversial. I really did not like it. I thought it was bad. So that's my take. Why can't I scroll? I am simply wrong. And that's how media criticism works. Why isn't it letting me scroll anymore? Docs. Chat. Bring back the chat. There we go. Never heard of it? Keep it that way. Fanatical Ruler, thank you for popping into chat. Fanatical Ruler says, I need you to know that frog on the floor changed the direction of my life because of you. That's unbelievably sweet. Thank you. I'm glad that frog on the floor changed the direction of your life. It's a real banger of a song. I was just working on the on editing and uploading the subtitles for that today. And it was great. Wait, I'll send you my letterboxd. I think others don't have the power to send links in chat. Yeah, here it is. Theo says, it's funny though because I literally don't believe in objectivity. We as film enjoyers believe in objectivity when it benefits us. Daleks, I am behind on questions. Would you? I think it was a good question. I just lost it. Oh wait, no, I found it. Do you think the film's use of practical effects and sets versus CGI will lead to more practical effects in general? I sure fucking hope so. I think here's my take. If people take the right lessons away from Barbie, the correct lessons is the movies that make $1 billion are movies that tell women's stories, movies that are colorful and fun, movies that have sufficient heart to leave the theater feeling like you actually were nourished somehow, and things that like appeal to just a childlike sense of whimsy, and spectacle. Like, go all in on spectacle. Don't go all in on like the most, I don't know. So like, I lost my train of thought. I hope it leads to more practical effects. Apparently, I saw a clip of the Hollywood Reporter Roundtable for Actresses yesterday, and Margot Robbie was saying that one of the hardest things in the pitching process was convincing them it's a 4-quadrant movie, and the studio was like, there's no way men are going to show up to see this movie, and they basically had to like convince them to give them a budget sufficient that they could consider themselves giving the budget that they gave. And I think the thing about practical effects is they are not cheap, but also that money would honestly be better spent on practical effects, I think, most of the time. Like, Mad Max Fury Road is one of the most beloved films of the past 20 years, largely because of its commitment to practical effects and filmmaking. So I hope that it leads to more practical effects, because that was cool as hell to see all those practical effects and shit. But I don't know. I don't know if it'll like actually take hold. I hope people take the right lessons from the Barbie movie, but Mattel has already immediately shown that they do not intend to. Okay. Firestar says, dude, when I watched your Mamma Mia 2 video, I was instantly gripped, and I've loved your channel ever since. Nice to see a queer guy with a similar sense of humor to me and a really interesting analysis. Thank you so much, Firestar. That's really kind. I am glad that I'm glad that you got hooked on the content. The content. Why am I saying it like that? A Dead Arcadia says, Disco Elysium. I don't remember what that's in reference to. I need to play Disco Elysium still. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of a sprawling masterpiece, but I've heard it's great. Okay, there was a question from earlier that Oh, MJ says, have you watched Barbie with Greta's commentary on Max? I did not know that existed until you said that, so I am really happy to know that, because I want to go listen to what Greta Gerwig has to say about this film. Thanks for the tip. Blueberry Lemon says, how did you choose the theme of deconstruction for the Barbie essay? Were there other themes you considered? I think it was one of those things that just kind of exploded out of me. Like, I was like, it largely came from like when people were like, oh my god, did you see Barbie yet? Like in July and August, I was like, yeah, I loved how this film's like about deconstruction. And I just kind of like saw like a glazed over look in people's eyes. I actually had like those words almost, a version of those words in the original introduction to the Barbie video, but it was too wordy, so I cut it. But I think that deconstruction has just been such a huge part of my life that was just like, by the time we were 30 minutes into the movie, I was already seeing it so clearly through that lens. And to see that other people that I talked to about the movie had not experienced it in that way. And we're just like, yeah, it's a movie about being a woman and like just nothing else. Just like, or like people being like, yeah, it wasn't about being a woman enough in the right way. And I'm just like, it's about changing your mind. It's about becoming someone who you weren't. Like, and the degree to which that wasn't in the discussion was like kind of shocking. It was kind of shocking to not see that discussed. So I think that's kind of where I know that I have like a good topic for video, is if wow, the clicks in this song are mixed way louder. So yeah, I think when when there's a gap in the literature, when someone hasn't explored this idea, like I'd seen a couple think pieces written about it, but like I was like, y'all, this is like, to me, a primary way of understanding the film. And as you saw in the video, I kind of go on tangents about other things that the film is about, and it is a little it's just a very like introduction to the concept, so Yeah, I love it when I'm able to like when I have a feeling about a piece of media that like I feel like there's actual value in explaining, and it's not just like a take you've seen 100 times on Twitter already, you know. So, other themes I considered, not really. I just kind of that was what I wanted to talk about in regards to the Barbie movie, or I was gonna talk about something else. So I did a poll in August, being like, "Hey, do you guys want to see the Idol video first or the Barbie video first?" And everyone was like, "Barbie," and and a lot of people were like, "I'm tired of the Idol," and I was like, "Well, no question, Barbie it is." And I thought I would be done with it in a month or so for some reason. I was not. It took me 5 months to make that video, so um, I'm saying this here for public accountability. No more 90-minute videos for a while. I do not have the time and resources to do that, and I want to make more videos than 90-minute videos. Okay. Yeah, Blueberry Lemon says, good practical effects always age well, IMO, like in Jurassic Park. I just saw Jurassic Park for the first time like a couple months ago. It slaps. It's true. What the people are saying is true. Man. Here, I'm gonna pop out the chat here. Daddy Warbucks, I did see the Songwriters Roundtable with Billie Eilish about movie music. I was actually just watching it earlier today as I was working. I haven't watched it all yet, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Whoa, Nancy Rodriguez says Everything Everywhere All at Once and Barbie are both practical effects movies and stories about women. Yeah. They use a lot of really sick effects in Everything Everywhere. See, this is what people need to be like. This is what the financiers need to be learning. Like, but also like Everything Everywhere wasn't even made on that big of a budget. So it's all about the passion of the people making the things, the vision, and also the resources to do that. Theo, why are you reading my... Where did I say Lego? Never mind. It doesn't matter. Would I ever consider doing an analysis of Hunger Games franchise? Potentially. I don't know. I feel like that would bang on YouTube, to be honest. Like people love that shit, but I haven't seen the new movie. I have seen films 1 through 4 while they were coming out, and I liked them. I don't know if I feel super passionately about them. It could be interesting to like analyze the ways in which like the radicalism, like how the Hunger Games functions in terms of like the parts of its message that are countercultural and the ways in which they are kneecapped by the capitalism of the process of making a blockbuster, and like the weird like capital promos that were happening around the time of the original Hunger Games movies. I don't know if I have a very like fleshed out take. I've also never read the books, but it seems it's a really rich piece of art to dig into. Yo, there's an ASL version of Barbie for on Max? That's sick. Fanatical Ruler says, for me, I loved seeing Barbie because it felt original and new. I am sick of all the biopics, remakes, and sadness for the sake of being sad. Cosign. Yeah, it felt original and new. And it is hard to make something original and new. And I think, though, it's interesting because, like, things that are truly 100% original and new that don't have a recognizable IP or name behind them don't often get financed because the studios are like, how will people know that they want to see it if it's not a sequel or a remake or a biopic or existing in this world of well-known IP? But Barbie, literally, Greta Gerwig is a genius. She used a universal recognizable symbol to tell a profoundly human story. Like, this movie doesn't have to be Barbie, you know? And it exists in the world of Barbie lore and conversations around Barbie, but, like, it's ultimately, like, not a story that has been told in that way before. Like, the shape of the story has been told before in a lot of different shapes, but, yeah. This is what video essays are about, seeing new perspectives! Yes, Daleks! It kind of frustrates me when I watch a video essay and I'm like, there's no takes. Where is your analysis? You're just saying things. But also, on the other hand, I am currently making my way through the most recent Quentin Reviews Sam and Cat video, which a lot of that is just saying things that happen for the sake of padding the runtime, and there is a certain comfort in that as well. Yeah! Cool Fox says, Barbie felt like a trans narrative to me, and now that I know what deconstruction is, that is deconstruction. Say that! Yo. Yeah, my friend who brought the quote about, to me this is crucial to the experience of being a visible trans person from the video, is in chat with us right now. It's MathBat. Yeah. Shout out Cam. Also, I'm still working my way through old messages in chat, so apologies for not reacting to things more quickly. Dalek says, my favorite thing about Barbie movie is how Ryan Gosling's brain doesn't work anymore. He went too method and now he's a himbo. Wait, did this happen? You should, what do I need to see him in himbo mode in real life? Yeah, I feel like he's like, yeah, I'm just having fun with it. The Actress Roundtable is good, MJ. They actually kind of get into... I've watched a couple of the roundtables, and like they're most interesting once they actually like start connecting and stop being nervous. And that's usually like the last half of those. So the Directors Roundtable is pretty good too. Bradley Cooper made me feel weird and frustrated. I was like, dude, it's okay if you're not important, you know? Just be chill. Just chill. Nancy says, have you considered like short reviews, maybe even stories? I do kind of want to make some shorter stuff. Like, I wonder what more like 10, 15 minute long videos would look like. Because then I could make those faster. And then I could have more takes. Original stories would be a very different medium. But I do like writing. I just haven't written a lot of fiction in a while. Dalek says regarding the Hunger Games take, it's been done before, but the way the Hunger Games films were marketed being such a direct parallel to the thing Collins was critiquing is incredible. Yeah, well said. I feel like I have seen it in a different video. Oh, Taleki Guy says, "How have you been following the recent YouTube plagiarism discourse?" Absolutely. I feel like anyone who's invested in video essays as a medium has seen the H-bomb, any new H-bomb video within a week of it coming out. Not to gatekeep, but yeah, I did a thing I probably won't do much going forward, which is look up the forum that I saw that my Barbie video had been linked to, and there was just some weird takes on there, and like people just saying things that were like, I didn't watch the movie, but I don't like this take, and it was like, what are you talking about? But someone in the thread was just like, there's a lot of citations in this. I like the way that like post James Somerton YouTube people are doing a lot more thorough citations, and I was like, I genuinely attempted to beef up my citation game after I saw that movie. I was like, no, I need to know if I am referencing something clearly. I need to give credit. It's a good reminder, honestly. I feel like it was good collectively for YouTube video essayists to be just like, oh yeah, I do need to not just completely abandon citations and referencing ideas. Yo. MJ says, Bradley Cooper is so pressed. You said so much in those 5 words. So much in those 5 words. He'll catch you. Hi, Laurie. Welcome. Yeah, James is now like the patron saint of not citing your sources. Yeah, I love it when there's like a zeitgeist in video essays, and usually it's because H-Bomb puts out a new video. So that movie, I guess it is a movie. That video has gotten so many views, it's insane. Yeah. Bottoms did rule. I loved that movie. I didn't love it, but I loved it, you know? Dalek says, I haven't seen the Sam and Cat stuff, but I did read Jeanette McCurdy's book. I listened to the audiobook of it as well. Highly recommend. It's like a lot of bleak stuff, but an incredibly easy read. It goes by so fast and is really well written and entertaining, so highly recommend. Blueberry Lemon says, yes, the capital culture. I watched the first movie, then years later read the first book, and it was interesting reading the scene where the Capitol edited the games into a romance movie, sort of like IRL. Yeah, I'm like so fascinated. If there's any take in there, I think it's that I'm so fascinated by like, how do we have so much media that really waves the flag for countercultural ideas that do not ultimately affecting the world, you know? Like Avatar has the veneer of environmentalism, but probably didn't do much of anything for how people related to the environment, you know? It's aesthetic. And I mean, I feel like I could learn a lot more about like 70s counterculture and the history of counterculture to understand that better, but that's a fascinating idea. Yeah, Daleks, Ryan Gosling during the promo for Barbie, he was so Ken-pilled. Oh yeah, I haven't listened to the Christmas version of I'm Just Ken yet. I feel like we're past. I feel like it may be past, but hey, Christmas in January, why not? Did anyone see Maestro? Theo says they saw Maestro. I'm afraid that it's going to be disappointing. I'm not invested in the topic very much, and it just looks like it's being marketed as like an important film. And I'm like, I don't want to see important films unless they are actually important. But what marketing says is important is not the same as actually important. Whoa. Tall Inky Guy says, people are just used to seeing Gosling as this intelligent heartthrob, which he is, but he's also very comedically intelligent, which tends to communicate casually in ways you might not expect. Sick. Absolutely. Yeah, comedic intelligence. Wow. What a concept. Cool Fox says, review more songs. This is a joke unless you want to do that. I make music. I like music. I would totally do that. I would totally review more songs. However, I love my Frog on the Floor video, but that shit did not get a lot of views. Which, in hindsight, I made a video about a song about a frog by a band that is famously polarizing and also niche. So, yeah. Yo, Daleks says, true, H-Bomb is powerful. He has the Death Note. He can destroy someone's career. And I mean, I saw like tweets from Kat Lowe, H-Bomb's producer, and H-Bomb being like, we felt bad and we did everything that we could to not do cruel and unusual punishment. But yeah. I'm almost caught up with questions, I think. I'm close. It's not too late to watch the 4-hour-long H-Bomb video, but it is long. MJ says, thank you, I'm glad you liked the Frog on the Floor video. I think it's great. I think anyone who decides to click on it would probably enjoy it, but you gotta get them through the door, you know? Hell yeah, thanks, y'all. That's so sweet. Thanks, Cool Fox. Fanatical Ruler says, I don't think you have to read the Hunger Games trilogy, but they definitely did give more of a critical view of the Capitol. Yeah, that sounds... I think I would be interested in... You know what? I bet that's I like YA. Like, I haven't honestly been an avid reader very often. Since, like, high school, college, so... I haven't read a lot of, like, adult fiction kind of vibes, so... But I feel like the Hunger Games could be, like, a nice... kick my feet up and read a book and feel cozy kind of vibe. Yo, Daddy Warbucks also says that they didn't love Bottoms, but they loved it. Laurie Christian says, Bottoms was a cultural reset. Gay Superbad. Totally. I think, like, for me, I don't know if it was received this way. Booksmart felt like Gay Superbad. Or Women Superbad, I suppose. But, like, Bottoms was a lot more weird and crass, so I support that. Whoa, Cool Fox says, ideas becoming aesthetic to wear instead of actions or goals to work towards. So true. Oh, bye, Connor. Thanks for stopping by. Greta bless. Greta is God. Amen. Okay, so we got 2 middling reviews for Maestro. At least if the performances are good, then that'll at least get me through. Oh yeah, Daleks, you can absolutely dig into all the special features you get for being a patron. There's bonus videos. There's a bonus video on my Patreon for the inside video that is just like a whole other section that I cut from the original video. And it's like it's like 8 minutes long or something like that. And it's I like it. I think it's a great video. I think like 3 people have seen it. Daddy Warbuck says, yes, the important film angle is so off-putting for me these days. There's probably a deeper reason, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel that. I think if the important film vibe is often thrown out there around award season, and often the films given the important film, like, I think everything everywhere all at once is an important film, but the minute you try and market it as an important film, it feels less authentic, you know? Aaron says, have you seen Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? I have seen a fair bit of, like, the 2013 through 2015 Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared stuff. I've heard there's new stuff, but I haven't seen any of it. But I loved that shit when it was coming out. Oh, yeah. When you say... Yeah. Yeah, Lori says... The most important films are the ones that just come out and let the rest speak for itself. I feel like maybe I have an entire video in me on the concept of paratext. I'm so fascinated by the relationship between text and paratext. Like... What's the stuff you're getting from about the movie from the conversations, from Twitter, from Oscar buzz, from articles, from what you've heard, versus what is the thing itself? And, like, there's such an inseparability between the two, but, like, the effect that paratext has on text is really fascinating to me. Dalek says, I'll be honest, I wouldn't have watched the Frog on the Floor video if I wasn't already caught by your charm in the Mamma Mia video. That's so sweet. I think that's probably where almost everyone who tuned it, like, there's probably, like, a handful of people who are, like, authentically already Gex fans kind of thing, but, like, I was kind of just like, hey, you liked this? Check this out as well. So thanks for coming along for the ride on it. MJ says, did you go to the 100 Gex Boy Genius show? I did. It was amazing. We got there late for Gex, so I felt bad about that. And most of the people there were there for Boy Genius. So it was kind of like a lot of people I got this very, like, what do I do with this energy from a lot of the crowd for Gex. I was like, I want to go see Gex in a sweaty room where the bass is making me shake. The Hollywood Bowl is not that. But it was perfect for Boy Genius. Lori, thank you for welcoming to BreadTube. I didn't know you were the leader, but that does seem obvious now that you mention it. Wait, MJ, you were at the Boy Genius Gex show? Oh my gosh. That's so powerful. I'm so glad that you felt that. There was someone sitting behind me at the Boy Genius Gex show who was screaming along to 100 Gex songs, so I'm glad there was some energy in the vicinity, but, like, I'm so glad that those two artists were paired together because they were, like, my two favorite albums of the year. And it was really special to see them on the same night on Halloween. But ultimately Gex kind of were not served by the entire experience in the same way, I don't think. But it was still great. Dalek says, every film wants to be the important film of the year, forgetting that there needs to be a ton of less important, fun, bad movies to make the good ones stand out. I think we just need more movies. More shitty movies, more boring movies, more John Hughes style movies. Great take. I think I've discovered most of my favorite movies are like, I like it when something is like capital G good on every level, but like that's also kind of why I stopped doing number ratings, star ratings on Letterboxd, because I'm just like, it doesn't fucking matter if this movie's a 2.5 star movie, you know? Like, I just want to remember if I liked it or not. If it's like a perfect movie, I'll give it 5 stars. If it sucked ass, I'll give it a 0.5 star. But like, I generally just feel like the movie that comes to mind. Bye, Aaron. Thanks for tuning in. One of the movies I think about the most that is like, I think I saw Ready or Not in 2019. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think it was amazing, but I really enjoyed it. It was like a movie I loved that was like 3.5 stars, you know? And that kind of sticks in my brain when I'm like trying to assess how I want to like review or categorize something. I have not watched Talk to Me yet. I've heard it's great though. Oh, I also need to see Past Lives. Thank you for the reminder, A. Harris. Yeah, Greta Lee is in a lot of awards conversations, and she was in that round table, so... I mean, people said that movie was a banger when it came out, and it's now back in the conversation, but... yeah. Cool Fox says, with my contrary nature, anytime anyone says I should watch something, advertising or words of mouth, there's good odds that I'll have a knee-jerk. No, I'm not going to do that because you said. Yeah, totally. That's kind of how I felt about HBO shows for a while, to be honest. Fanatical Ruler says, have I watched Saltburn? You had to sit on the floor for a while after you finished it. I did watch Saltburn. I loved it. It's a special film. I talked a little about it earlier, but I think it's great. I think it's so beautiful. I think it actually does what it's trying to do well. And not everyone agrees on that. MJ says, I asked the people around me if they loved Gex, and they said yes, but mostly it was like young girls, and that they weren't really picking up what Gex was throwing down. Yeah, that makes sense. Daleks, exactly. Sometimes Dalek says, sometimes I'll see a movie and it does what it needs to. It made me feel the things it needed to, and I enjoyed my time, but I don't need to see it again, you know? Absolutely. I feel that about a lot of things. A lot of films. I think, like, that's what gets me, like, when I watch a film, is if, like, if it doesn't execute on what I can tell it's trying to do, that's more disappointing to me than if it doesn't feel... Like, I'd rather its spirit remain intact and its craft be rough around the edges. Yeah. Have I seen The Iron Claw? I haven't yet, but someone was recommending it in chat earlier as well. Zac Efron finally getting his flowers. Is he really good in it? I imagine he is. Like, I'm glad that he's, like, getting cool accolades and attention in that way, but... Yeah, Daleks, that's super real. I'm trying to think if there's movies that I can't see again. I think there's a lot that I'm just like, woo. Don't know if I need to rush into that, but Fanatical Ruler says, I liked Saltburn. The cinematography was beautiful, but some scenes were Wattpad coded. I was never in the trenches on Wattpad, but like I think I liked Saltburn because it was fanfic coded. Daddy Warbuck says, loved Saltburn, was not as shocked by the bathtub as some people. Here's my thing on the bathtub. There was soap in that water. Why is no one talking about he drank soap? Everyone's talking about all the other things that were in that water. Also soap. Famously not a thing you should ingest. He's probably fine, but like... Also, people are like treating that scene, sorry, mild spoilers for Saltburn. People are treating that scene like all that he slurps up from the bathtub is just cum. No! It's a bathtub full! The proportion of cum to bath water, very low! I'm done on that. Lori says, Saltburn really licked by tub. I just coined that phrase. It's all yours. I have no idea what that means. I'm obsessed though. Haley Jew says, have you watched The Boy and the Heron? I have not watched that yet, but I've heard it's incredible. Also, welcome to the chat. Yeah, I've been kind of meaning to see it, but I haven't seen it yet. All of Us Strangers is out in theaters in LA and New York right now, and I'm really excited to see that. I think I might go see it with a friend this week or next week. Yes. Daddy Warbucks, you get it. You get it. We should not be drinking soap. I'm just like, there's every so often discourse around a piece of media just like makes me feel like I am the only right person. Like I'm like, y'all are wrong. Like, if you were scandalized by the grave scene and the outside at night scene and the bathtub scene, you just need to live. You need to go out and do some stuff. You know? MJ says the Saltburn discourse lost the plot a few weeks ago. I'm glad that people are experiencing things for the first time, but I think sometimes people confuse their shock or scandalization with the quality of art. You know? However, I will say I did see a play in my first year of university that fucking destroyed me because I was extremely innocent still at the time, and it was really graphic and tense and sexual, and I was just not ready for that vibe at the time. And so I do know the feeling of seeing something and being like, they should the government should shut down this production. You know, like being scandalized by something. Hey baby, that's shelf breaking. Saltburn's just another book on the shelf for some people. They will soon be even sluttier. I also know sluts who don't like that movie, but Laurie says, Mr. Processing lost his innocence that night. I'm actually obsessed with how people who hop in the chat have picked up within mere minutes that Mr. Processing is what the chat calls me. It makes me so happy. Theo says, Andrew Scott is technically a mutual friend of mine. Hell yeah. That's sick. Are you in the UK? Is that what that is? Is that how you know Andrew Scott through a friend of a friend? Or, yeah. Nope. Dalek says, Mr. Processing is advice for the night? Just go outside. I mean, you can go outside if you want. You can go outside if you want. Just be smart. Just keep your wits about you, but enjoy the night. Theo, lore dump away if it does not incriminate you or details about your life that should not be shared online. Don't never give your home address to a stranger on the internet. That's internet safety. Lori and Daddy Warbucks, I'm obsessed with this interaction between you all. It was a big bathtub! Okay. Yo, dog's got the connects too. Hell yeah. Whoa. Yo. That's absolutely a connection. So, Family Connect is in the Andrew Scott verse. Man, I don't know if it's just my algorithms, but the internet, the people doing marketing for All of Us Strangers know how desperately horny people are for Andrew Scott and Paul Mescal. Like, desperately. That's sick. I haven't seen the new Matilda movie. Are you talking the stage production or the movie adaptation? Hi, Tvisha. Yeah, I'm sure Wattpad and AO3 have comparable stories. Whoa. That's sick. That's sick, Alex. Oh, to be nominated for an Oscar and to have John Mulaney announce your category. MJ gets it. They're teasing us. The marketing for that film, which I'm sure is absolutely beautiful and heart-wrenching, is just like, what if we kissed, you know? And it's like, do you want to see us kiss? Go see this film. And it's like, yeah. Yo, I need to watch Fleabag. Honestly, most of the reason I haven't yet is because I've been so vehemently anti-Amazon that I just don't have a convenient way to stream it. But I did pirate it. Wait, I didn't admit that. I didn't admit that. I totally didn't say that. But there are other ways to experience it that are not through Amazon Prime Video. There are two scenes that people have said are pivotal for them from Fleabag. The church scene and the next scene. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, that's sick, Theo. Hell yeah. Fleabag will change my life, says Lori. Fleabag is my religion, says Fanatical Ruler. Great name, by the way. I have to watch it. Theo, you're really working to get that follow back on Letterboxd, aren't you? It's probably the person who has liked a bunch of my reviews. Fine. Followed back. Theo's working overtime for that, and you gotta, at some point, sometimes you gotta respect the hustle. Where does Karsten roast his subscribers' Letterboxd accounts? Like in a video? Where does he do this? I don't think I know enough about movies to roast people's Letterboxd accounts. And I don't. Also, maybe just a hot take, but who am I to say that someone's opinion on a movie is wrong? Who am I? I think there are takes that are less based, less based takes. There are takes that are less well supported, but if someone liked a movie I didn't like, okay. I am Mr. Processing. Wow, 2 people saying this. Many are saying this. Oh, I just got why Blueberry Lemon put a pirate flag and a parrot in chat. Thank you for witnessing that. I'm so crimeless. Cool Fox knows. I gotta yuck anyone's yum. Yeah, I'm begrudging that some people like Gerald's game, and I have had conversations with friends who do actually really like it. And I'm like, okay, maybe I gotta give it another go. Yo! This song is called Word Art. Word Art. Word Art. Hi ASAP Jerry, welcome. Thanks for coming through. Whoa, Dalek says, as John Green once said, thank God someone likes something somewhere. Agree. Yo, Lori, I'm glad you loved Gerald's game. It haunted your soul and made you itchy. Woo! I love it when movies make you feel things physiologically. Saltburn has to release bath bombs now. But then people are gonna drink it. But I like the idea. I would did you see that someone handed a Jacob Elordi's bathwater candle to Rosamund Pike on the red carpet yesterday? Yeah, this music slaps. Hi Gio, welcome back. Annika, welcome to chat. Is there a story behind the media processing name, or is it just factual? it's partially factual, and also I'm trying to remember where I even thought I saw the phrase media processing so much. I think it's like old YouTube, when you used to upload something, it would be like, we're processing it. We're doing the behind the scenes shit for people to be able to see this. I don't know if the creator experience has that as prominent anymore, but I also, it just felt like a very editor thing. It just felt like a very editor thing to name my channel, and I wanted to like draw attention to the fact that a lot of that what I am processing is from an editor's perspective, and also that it covers multiple types of media. So yeah, that's my explanation. I did, honestly, after I made it, I was like, is this name good? Like, I don't know if this is really that attention catching, but it didn't seem like there was anyone doing it before. It's not very SEO friendly, honestly, but if you type in media processing and then the name of the video, you're gonna find it. So yeah, this is a Q&A. You can Q if you want. I'll A your Qs. That sounded like something else. It led to Mr. Processing, so I agree. Don't A my Q without my permission. I would only ever A your Q with permission. Lori's Q is if Mr. Processing likes cookies. Confirmed Mr. Processing cookie fan. I do like cookies. Cookies are good. Change my name to Mr. Processing? Wait, that is actually a good channel name. Wait, I'll mull on that. Epic. You can cue my A ? Oh, Tavisha, thank you for complimenting the glasses. That's very kind. What's your cues? Damn. I really like this music. Question unrelated to Barbie. Thoughts on AJR? I haven't listened to a ton of them. I like the aesthetic of their music in a lot of senses, but I don't necessarily feel strongly about their lyrical content. Whoa. Something just shook. Maybe that was my camera. I think AJR feels like it comes from the space that 21 Pilots kind of, I think, pioneered. I want to say that's a bit of a strong word, but I think I was just kind of like influenced by people's dislike of AJR before I could really get into AJR. So I think 21 Pilots is amazing. But yeah, AJR does get a lot of hate. I don't know, maybe that... Oh, Tavisha says, how often do you stream? I stream generally every week. I streamed pretty consistently every week for a couple months in the fall into the winter, but then I took a break for the holidays. So I think I'll keep streaming more regularly. I think I'm gonna play The Last of Us 2 on stream next week, and that's gonna take me a couple weeks to get through. So yeah. Daleks, all love and support to that you enjoy AJR. I think like there's been like I remember a friend showing me a couple songs when I was visiting them for Christmas around Christmas time, and they like were they were showing me a couple songs, and I was kind of like, I don't know if this is for me, but like, yeah. Let me know. Do you guys think this would be a topic that would actually like get traction and be interesting, or would it just be like controversial and not worth the energy? I kind of want to make a video that's about like why I like 21 Pilots, and like doing a defense of 21 Pilots in the court of public opinion. And kind of analyzing how I think people came to feel the way they do about 21 Pilots. Because some people really hate that band, and I don't really understand why. And I think like a lot of the people who hate them so much are like, they don't know what the music means to the community, and they don't know like how pivotal they've been for so many people's mental health journeys, and yeah. So I think there's a topic in there, but I'm afraid to like get roasted online as well. Okay, I got behind on questions again. Sorry, Asaph, Jerry, I didn't answer you. I didn't A your Q. What's your Q was? Is 78 a good final grade in school? That is dependent on in math. That is dependent on so many factors. I think what matters is if you had fun. Grades are so weirdly arbitrary. Honestly, the point of school is to learn things, and the numbers you get don't even accurately reflect how well you learned the things a lot of the time. So, I would pursue knowledge and not number, but I think a 78's a fine score. It's nothing incredible, but like, I think it's a passing grade. But it depends. Some schools are like, if you get less than an A, you've failed, and some schools are like, hey, you got a C, good job, you know? So it changes a fair bit. You don't grade by letters, only the number. Okay, fascinating. Gio, I have not played the God of War games. I started the Dad of War 1. Played for like 2 hours. I was like, there's something about the power fantasy of it that is almost like lightly dysphoric for me. I'm like, I don't want to be this guy for 15 hours. The energy is just kind of off. But also I've heard they're incredible games, so maybe I should give it another go. This music's That's crazy. Blueberry Lemon says, I watched a Let's Play of the first Dad of War game. It was nice seeing a relationship between a father and a young son. There are a lot of father-daughter media, but I feel, but not as much with sons. Yeah, I've heard that it nails that relationship really well, but I was kind of in the, like, part where they haven't bonded yet, and that's, like, just such a lame place to have to stay for a long time in a game. That's how I feel about the middle bit of The Last of Us. Fanatical Ruler says, I went to some of their concerts a really long time ago and met them. Are you talking about AGR or 21 Pilots? They're genuinely really nice people and love making music. I don't listen to them anymore, though. Dalek says, my feelings about 21 Pilots is the same as Imagine Dragons. The music's fine, but alternative stations play them too much. I think that's honestly why most people don't like 21 Pilots, is because they got overplayed on the radio. Theo, thanks for asking. I'm okay on the profile picture, but that's kind. ASAP Jerry also says, do you like Mongolian throat singing? It didn't make my Apple Music Rewind this year, but what I have heard of Mongolian throat singing, I do fucks with it. Justin T. Brown in the chat. What's up? Hi. That's my friend. He makes cool videos too. Wait, Lori, why do you think 21 Pilots is problematic? I know they grew up Christian and they kind of like got centrist vibes, and then Tyler did a tweet in 2020 that was really bad. But that's about all I know. C's get degrees, baby. The songs on the radio are okay. Yo, Daddy Warbucks, thanks for subscribing to Justin T. Brown. Oh, hell yeah, smoking a joint? I love to see it. I would also do that, but I can't talk on stream very well when I do that. Any friend of Trevor's. That's so kind. Thanks, Daddy Warbucks. Maquette, hi, welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Love the glasses. Thanks. I love them too. My camera went out of focus. It should focus again. I don't know how to make it do that. Thanks, Daddy. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to stop in too. The timing difference, the time change across the world. Are you in Australia? I forget. Are you one of the Australians? Why? Where is the focus? Why is it focusing on the curtains? What's that all about? Yo, it's been real. Thanks for stopping in, Theo. Come on, camera. Okay, let's do this. We got it. Yeah, East Coast is late there. The curtains are so based. Thank you, Lori. Not... Nope, East Coast. Just been very busy. It's also late there. That's right. Oh, you're in, Quebec? I don't know. East Coast, for sure, though. Coast. Ooh. ASAP Jerry says, I got another Q, indie or AAA. Oh, wait. Blocked, unsubbed. I keep missing. Okay, let me go back. There's more questions. I'll start from Maquette's question. I don't know if you've answered this before. Have you played Horizon Zero Dawn games? Yes, I played Horizon Zero Dawn last year. Was it last year? I played it in like 2021. Wait. I played it in 2022 and then played the DLC early 2023. I really loved it. I just started like the first hour of Forbidden West and I was like, "Oh no, is this going to be bad?" So I want to finish it, but I'm a little afraid that it's not going to hit the highs that the first one did. I honestly, here's a take. I think that Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the best post-apocalyptic storytelling media I've ever experienced. I honestly think it's phenomenal. And anyone who has access to a PS4 or PS5, highly recommend. Fucking fun as hell. Dalek says, have you ever played Tell Me Why? I don't know what that is. No, I have not. Is it Steam only? Is it by the same people who made Life is Strange? Dom Torres, thanks for hanging out in chat. Thank you for the compliment on the shirt. It's Don't Nod Entertainment. Oh, okay. Huh. Where to play? It's on Xbox and Steam. You forgot to answer my cue. What was your other cue? To A your cue. Indie or AAA? Indie. I think most of the best games I've ever played are indie games. But also, there's some banger AAA games out there for sure. Theo, you enjoy your movie watching streak. I think you know what you want to watch better than I can tell you what to. But appreciate you stopping by. Horizon is the one with the robot animals, right? Yeah, it is. It's great. Fanatical Ruler says Bella Ramsey was nominated for a Golden Globe for The Last of Us in the women's category despite being non-binary, which makes me feel weird. Anyways, my question is if you were like award shows? The twist! That is weird. Like, they are kind of like, I think, doing what is low-key required of them in their career, of being like, hey, I'm non-binary, but like, I'm not too, I don't know, I feel like they said something like, being like, hey, it's okay if people call me she, like, that doesn't make me upset kind of thing. But yeah, the infrastructure for non-binary people in award shows is definitely lacking at the current moment. Do I like award shows? I watch the Oscars every year. I like the media circus around awards shows, and I like awards season, but award shows, I think they're fun. Oh, good night, Cool Fox. Yo, Justin, thank you for appreciating the curtain. It's really one of the only things we got going on that wall right now. Also, do you see my fucking water stain on the ceiling? I need to paint. What versions of what? I already forgot what I was saying. Maquette says, I'm afraid to play the second one for the same reasons. First one was so good, I'm worried the sequel can't live up to it. For most people, I've heard that Horizon Forbidden West is kind of mid, which is a bummer. Apparently they, like, upgraded, like, some of the inventory stuff. Like, you don't just, like, constantly find rocks that you're not gonna use in the same way as you do in the first game, but... yeah, I'm afraid. Ooh. Oh. 12 Angry Men is really good. I've watched the original. That's a banger of a film. Hi Dream Away, welcome. Haley Jude, thanks for tuning in. Aw, I'm so glad that it connected with you that way. That's so special. I'm really, really happy that it connected with people because it meant a lot to me to make, so thank you so much for watching it. Thanks for tuning in, Daleks. I didn't see your message till just now. You may already be gone. Good night. Whoa, this music is cool too. This one's called Goofster. Hell yeah. Lori had a question as well. Did I miss your other question? Do I have any hip-hop artists that I like in particular, Lori? I really like Tyler, the Creator, and Kendrick. Those are kind of... I'm not super well-versed in hip-hop. I really liked the Danny Brown and JPEG Mafia collab this year, Scaring the Hose. That is a really, really good album. Childish Gambino is one of my favorite artists. I think Because the Internet is really, really good. I don't know if he's still like at the pinnacle, but Because the Internet is like an important album to me, so but yeah, those are probably the ones that come to mind. As I named 20 hip-hop artists. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like a fake fan in regards to a lot of like hip-hop. If it comes into my orbit and I like it, then we're good, but I haven't listened to it all the way yet, but I have the new No Name album downloaded, and it's quite good. No Name's like leftist as hell. It's sick. Was that so many? I feel like in comparison to my other music tastes, my hip-hop taste is way lacking. So I'm a little insecure about it, I think. This is America, great song. Great music video. Great piece of art. Dream Away, sorry I didn't get around to your question yet, but you asked what is my favorite part and least favorite part of the Barbie movie. Ooh, favorite part. My favorite... Thanks, Lori. My favorite part of the Barbie movie is tied for the scene where Barbie sits on the bench and has a small brief exchange with the old woman. That scene is really, really, really special to me. And tied with the formless void scene where Barbie talks with Ruth at the end, followed by the montage of What Was I Made For? I think those are like companion pieces. I forgot to put a line in it saying that I have my two favorite scenes when I was making the movie or the video. I was like I have two favorite scenes. This is the first one, and then I forgot to tell you what the second one was. But the second one is the seamless scene at the end. That's where I was tearing the fuck up. Least favorite part? Capitalism. I think the way that the Mattel execs are set up as antagonists and then completely dropped from the movie from that point on is not super strong. I don't think that's very great. But I also understand why they weren't. But like they're in the movie at all. So I'm gonna take what I can get on that front. Other least favorite parts. I don't know. There's a couple jokes like it's in the beginning that just kind of. I know it was the pre-lapsarian moment at the beginning where like everything's perfect, but there's like this joke where it like shows people in space and they're just like, "Hi Barbie," and she's like, "Yay space." That joke doesn't really hit for me very well. But honestly, I think the movie is so successful on so many levels. MJ says, I liked Will Ferrell's delivery of "Please call me mother." I also loved, I mentioned this in the Patreon exclusive, bonus content where I talk more about Barbie, but I really like when Will Ferrell says, you can just get that to me at EOD, end of day. And then the other guy's just like, so cool. That's an incredible interaction. And also when he throws his key card at the thing and he's like, "Oh, no, we'll never get Barbie." And then they're just like, oh, we didn't need it. So, yeah, it's good shit. Fanatical Ruler says, old women on benches have been making me cry a lot. What other old women on benches have you cried to? Yeah. Blueberry Lemon says, I like scenes like the bench scene where you see what the character sees. Yeah. I think like I kind of wonder if the reason that that scene stuck out to me in the way that it did is because I don't know, I think like with an understanding of like film language and how films tell stories, that was like immediately obvious to me what it was doing in that scene, but I think that scene is one of the more subtle in the entire film. So yeah. So I don't know if it landed for everyone in that way. Oh, there was an Amazon ad about old ladies on a bench watching children sledding. Yeah, no, that would be a tearjerker for sure. Yeah. It was so nice to experience Barbie in a movie theater. I think the zeitgeist of Barbie is as important to the text as the film itself. Um, everyone dressed up. Everyone had a nice time. Everyone got to gush about it with her. Everyone just had fun together. And that's so special. Dreamaway says, I personally felt like the Barbie movie suffered from too many plot lines fighting for attention. Do you wish one particular plot line had got more screen time? I think that's a fair criticism of the movie. I think it was surprisingly well balanced, in my opinion. Given that, it was pretty standard A, B, maybe a little bit of C plot situation to me. So it didn't feel too unbalanced. But if that took you out of it, to be just like, oh, we can't really give enough attention to this, I would be like, I don't think it is relevant to the movie that was being told, but I think I would be curious to see like what Ken's life is after that movie, because he just kind of like comes all the way. He just like has the first realizations that Barbie had an hour ago. Bye bye ASAP Jerry. I think like I would honestly watch like a whole nother movie that's just every character that isn't Margot Robbie or Ryan Gosling, cause that shit's fire. Every like Hari Nef, Simu Liu, those are definitely my standout favorite performances. Outside of that, but I would have also loved to have seen more of Sasha's bitterness that she says in the monologue. I would have loved to see more of that tension and have that not swept under the rug as early as it was, because that was interesting to me. Like, and again, understand why that wouldn't be in a Mattel-funded film, but like having more conversation about the legacy of Barbie injected into the plot would also have been really fantastic. Hell yeah, Justin. Justin recommends 12 Normal Men by Very Tall Bart.
Now y'all tasked with a difficult decision.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen this, but I trust the rec. There's the link. It's 8 minutes long. Wow. I didn't know Tall Bart made things that were 8 minutes long. That's sick. Barbie going to see Weird Barbie was also one of your favorite parts, MJ? Hell yeah. I think Weird Barbie is one of the best parts of the movie as well. I just realized I didn't talk at all about Kate McKinnon in my bonus video. But God, she's just amazing. And the queer coding, like, I wish the queer coding had been more explicit. Again, understand on a business level why that wasn't the case for a blockbuster, but like, I was glad there was queer representation in it. Even if it was low-key a little subtextual. Weird Barbie needs a spin-off. I would actually probably watch that, unfortunately. Yeah, I do have a bonus video on Patreon for $5 and up subscribers. It's me playing with a doll that I had on my set, and then talking more about the Barbie movie. So, yeah, it's good. It's on my Patreon. Yeah, I wanted more Hari and F and Barbie, but like, almost every time she said a line, it was one of the best parts of the movie. So, like, she ate up whatever screen time she had. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the movie got so much hate just because, like, I think the backlash to Barbie is one of the weird times that, like, I don't think people who were having conservative backlash to Barbie understood what they were reacting to be honest. But, like, at least, at least there was consistency with, like, yeah, I could see why someone would be mad about a film that's trying to, like, be critical of the patriarchy, you know? Because these people are famously pro-patriarchy. Yeah, half of them didn't understand, the other half just loved to hate. And, like, there's a trans woman in this movie, it's just like, okay. Like, yeah. I'm so glad that, even if it's just a tick box, I don't think that's the reason Hari Nef got in this movie. She got in this movie because she's amazing, but just having that on paper, being like, this movie made $1 billion and it had a trans woman in it, that's huge. Fanatical Ruler says, all of my Barbies were super gay. I love that. I didn't really have Barbies, and I didn't know about gay for a while, so... I would like to think that in an alternate universe, my Barbies would have also been super gay. Blueberry Lemon says, yeah, with Sasha, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot to work through the not like other girls mindset and figuring out what your balance of femininity is. Yeah. I think, like, this movie has to kind of speed run through a lot of developmental stages. Yeah. So it really, I will say that, like, maybe one of the bleaker parts of the film to me is the way that, I feel like Sasha kind of has a bit of a forced arc in this movie. I like her arc, and I think it serves the film as a whole pretty well, but, like, she goes from, like, a teen wearing all black and being extremely bittered to, like, less than one in-universe day later, she is wearing dresses and is pro-Barbie, you know? Actively pro-Barbie. I think she kind of loses some of what made her individual. And also, like, this is a thing that I sometimes spiral about when I think about the Barbie movie, is, like, Sasha and Gloria are supposed to be the stand-ins for us as consumers. And, like, it's okay if Barbie transcends to be no longer a Barbie and be a human being now, but, like, Sasha and Gloria low-key maybe sort of exist in the film a little bit to, like, be like, look, this mom likes Barbies and also her daughter likes Barbies now. Hint, hint. And, that's dark to me. So the fact that, like, this movie probably would not do what Mattel wanted it to do if Sasha was allowed to be, like, snarky and countercultural at the end, does kind of reek of, it just feels weird. It just feels weird to me. Good night, Fanatical Ruler. Thanks for stopping by. Great name once again. Gio also didn't have Barbies. Yeah, I see you. Hell yeah, White Savior Barbie. That line, okay. Now that we're into like criticisms, that line troubles me because I think it, in a way, it does engage with the paratext around Barbie, and it does clarify its position on like, no, we gotta give Gloria the credit for this, but I think like the biggest like criticism I've seen from people who haven't watched my video. I keep calling it a movie. It is 90 minutes. The biggest criticism I keep seeing is just like, doesn't he know about recuperation? Like, doesn't he know about like the way that this is not like a like this is not countercultural because of recuperation? And I'm just like, I know I've heard these things, and there are many parts of this film that feel like recuperation, and the sentence "Hell yeah, white savior Barbie" low key feels like the most like, look, we know, we're good, we're one of the good guys, like that. That's dark to me. That feels weird. Anyways, Justin says, I can't believe that Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach are married. Power couple, jeez. Of course Barbie is good. They're way smarter than fucking Mattel. True. Yeah, no, like, when I heard that the Barbie movie was not going to, not only was going to exist, but it was being written and directed by Greta Gerwig and co-written by Noah Baumbach, that's how I knew that film was going to be good before it came out, and thank God it was, you know? So, MJ also says, my Barbies were trans. I support this. I love that. Daddy Warbuck says, my entire life I've just wanted to be like the other girls so badly. Yeah. The relationship to like other girls and proximity to femininity and the hegemonic ideal. It's a mindfuck. Shit. I saw some, like, kind of, like, lukewarm, classic, uninspired Twitter discourse somewhat recently that was kind of just, like, someone being mad at Noah Baumbach for leaving his previous partner to be with Greta Gerwig, and it was, like, And then I saw that take, and then like a day later I saw someone quoting that and being just like, also they were married for like a decade, and like this was like a decade ago that this happened. Like, y'all need to chill. Like, and I was like, compelling points on all sides kind of thing, but like, I think like this tendency for online discourse to be into, ew, so-and-so is so gross because X, and then like counterpoint, so-and-so is totally fine because X, is just like, can we just accept that people are multifaceted? You know, can we just do that? That would be nice. That'd be nice for me. Dreamaway says, oh, MJ, you saw that too on Twitter? Yeah, you know. Thanks for tuning into the show. Thanks for hanging around. Maybe they're gross and fine. Say that. Yo, you're attending lectures. Enjoy your lectures. I hope they're good lectures. How do you... Dreamaway says, how do you feel about the potential onslaught of Mattel Cinematic Universe films? Dread. Exclusively Dread. I will not be seeing them unless they have a compelling value proposition, which my guess is most of them will not. So, can't wait for Barney, yeah. I saw, did you guys, I cited it in my video, but the article from the New Yorker called, After Barbie, Mattel is raiding its toy box is bleak. They're basically, like, and I know, like, I understand that it's business, and they made the Barbie movie and took such a swing and a big risk because they were trying to get into film. And the thing that article says is that, like, their current CEO, I think, or someone in charge, kind of like came in and was like, Mattel is not a toy company anymore. We're an IP company, which is so dark. They're just like, everyone knows all of these things, and we can make things based on these things that people know. So let's do that. So that's why they're getting into film. But I also think they know that sounds fucking stupid, and it's out for them to... They're gonna have to try and prove to the general consumer that, like, that doesn't suck. Yeah. Lori says, the capitalists are creeping. Stay woke, y'all. Mattel about to smack Disney up. I mean, if Mattel becomes viable competition to Disney, then I'm for that, because Disney needs to fucking become ethical. Or chill. Because they are not chill. They're not doing chill things. The capitalism of the film industry is so bleak. But yeah, so I think that regardless of how Barbie did, Mattel was already planning to take away that the success of their film was due to the fact that they should totally keep making movies with their IP. I find that to be willful misinterpretation, and I see why they're doing it, but, like, it kind of feels like the metaverse shit, like, where Mark Zuckerberg was like, we're called Meta now, and the metaverse is the future, and then every business, like, reporter was just like, metaverse, apparently we're doing this, apparently it's the metaverse. And it's like, guys, we don't have to take the narratives that the capitalists just fucking hand us. That is not media literate of you, you know? Like, and I think anyone who is, like, looking at Mattel's proclamation that they're gonna make a bunch of movies and not pointing their nose up at it is deluded. But there's a little part of me deep down inside that hopes that if they can actually either be incompetent at producing films enough to let things like Barbie happen more often, or actually invest in being a voice in creating the new experience that people want, that they got from Barbie, then we could get some good stuff, but I don't have high hopes for that. Lori says, and the collective of people said, Metaverse? You mean Facebook? Yeah. Yeah, companies changing their fucking names out here. We're like, no. Dreamaway says, I was a film major and was taught by famous people in the industry. I do agree the film industry is super bleak. Yeah. Nah, it's... I think I moved to LA in like 2016 to do a semester study abroad, and then I moved here again once I finished school in 2018, and Justin says, Lionsgate is making a Monopoly a movie. Boots Riley should direct it. I would watch that movie! That's the thing! I want to watch the Boots Riley Monopoly movie. If someone can tap into the spirit of Monopoly, which is a game decided to make you feel like shit so that you dislike capitalism, I would watch the fuck out of that. Yeah. Dreamaway says, they work you like dogs on those film sets. Yeah, in like summer 2015 and 2016, I did some production assistance work on sets in Vancouver. And I was like, wow, I love filmmaking. I'm sure just being proximate to it will be plenty for me. I just want to be where the magic happens. And then I, like, did enough PA gigs to be like, so you want me to stand by this door and tell people to stop using their saws because we're filming, and they're gonna be mad at me, and for some reason I can't sit down because it makes you think that I'm lazy and not paying attention, and I have to be here for 15 hours, and this is only a compelling financial prospect because it goes up to 1.5 times pay and 2 times pay because you're working so many fucking hours in a day, but otherwise it's minimum wage. Production assistants, people who like that, power to ya. But, like, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's epic. It's fun. It's great. Dreamaway says, I had to work crafty outside in like 20-degree weather with the wind while everyone was inside and warm? No! It wasn't like in a food truck or something, right? You were just like manning the crafty table outside? No. 20-degree... No. That's the fucking thing. Okay, I'm gonna go on a little rant about this. This is probably a lot of why I like film sets when they can be chill. That doesn't happen very often. Films are often produced in the most fucking let's speed ahead as fast as humanly possible kind of way. That's just the norm. Holy shit. Like, yeah, like 15-hour days. If that is how people like to work, power to them, but that should not be the standard. 12-hour days for above the line, also too long. Hot take, 8-hour days, also too long. Maybe not for a film set. I think 8-hour day would be a lovely film set day, but like, labor conditions on film sets do not produce human flourishing. They provide... I think they do provide a pressure cooker that some people do thrive in, but like... So many people are mean. Why you gotta be mean? Why can't we just like collaborate, have enough time to do what we're doing, and enjoy the process? And I don't feel like most sets are set up that way. Okay, those are my takes on that. Justin says, been there, Dreamaway. Crafty outside Boston in the winter sucked. Wow, that sucks. Sucks. One time I was a key PA on Once Upon a Time. I showed up thinking I was just doing a normal PA job. And then I showed up and I was on the call sheet as key. And it was a second location at a studio, so we were like in sound stages, and we all rotated, having one person be the person who presses the button to put on the light saying we're filming. And while I was sitting there with that button, I was like, "Don't buck up, don't buck up. This will be really bad if you fuck this up." So I was being very intentional, but like the rest of the day, it was basically being like, hey, have you had a break? We'll get this person to come over. So, yeah. It was like season 4 or 5 or something of Once Upon a Time. They film all of that in British Columbia, if this was not well known. And I don't remember what they use it for. I think it's the Storyville Town Hall or whatever the fuck, but that location was in Fort Langley, which was close to where I went to school. Some people would like go over there and see them filming. Also Riverdale, very BC pilled. that story that I saw resurging about one of the Riverdale actors getting in a car accident after driving himself home after a long day of set happened right around where I went to school as well. So that's cool. Lizzie, what's up? Thanks for popping in for a bit. Just to say hi. Sleep well. Yeah. Dream away, it's true. I wouldn't lie. Maybe I would. Maybe I would. Yeah. Dream away, do you work in film? Also, how are we doing, chat? How are we feeling? I might wrap it up here in a little bit. But Dreamaway is super fair. That's the thing, like, why are they out here ringing us? Why do you have to suffer to love film, you know? I don't think that should be the way it goes. I think it sounds like you made a decision that prioritized your well-being, and I think that's always the correct choice, so power to you. Okay, we got EP and Vibin. Yo, Lizzie, good luck on all the tests. The shit ton of them. I hope you flourish in the tests. We love making healthy choices for ourselves. Yeah. Yo, MJ, stoned and vibin'. Wait, I love that there are multiple stoned and vibin' people in chat. Justin Brown says, my first feature, I was a PA. Volunteer, my brother. 16-hour days. 6 or 7 days a week. For Lifetime Network. That is literally the story of how people get into, like... I'm still very grateful for the person who brought me onto my first film set, but it was like... It was for toy commercials. And everyone there was like, yeah, this shit is a cakewalk. Like, it's in a studio. We see these people like once a year to do this gig. Everyone was really nice. They were like, yeah, walk around and ask whatever questions you want. I was like just there to kind of like shadow. But yeah, then like I did more work with them, and it was like, oh, this is just like literally toy commercials kind of vibe. And it was like little disillusioned, and I was like, I want to work on things that are not commercials. I want to work on film and TV. And then I was like on a couple shows kind of thing, and I was like, a lot of movie of the weeks, MOWs play or shoot in BC as well, so there was always some of those. I actually I'm an extra in a Hallmark Christmas movie. There's so many. There's so many of those out there, but I was wearing a sweater in the Abbotsford airport in August. Yo, Gio, I love that you're sort of in your marijuana era slightly. I've been enjoying weed lately, but also I feel like I was really leaning on it to get me through during December, and that didn't feel great. So, hoping to have a better... Use her wisely. Literally! Use her wisely. Oh, that's in regards to the makeup wipe, but I also feel this way about weed. I'm sorry that you are almost out of makeup wipes. Absolutely, Gia. Dreamaway says, now I'm a sociology major who can't help but criticize every film I watch for its sociopolitical choices. I support that. I was watching Wreck-It Ralph the other day with a friend, and I was like, is this movie leftist? What's going on here? This film is almost like Workers of the World Unite, and then it does the classic Disney thing where at the end it's like, but actually, the way things are actually good, and it was just one guy who was bad, and it's like, oh, okay, man, that's cool. So yeah, I can't shake the sociopolitical analysis of film. Sometimes I wish I could. Yo, Daddy Warbucks also getting stoned. Hell yeah, support. Dreamaway says, at my first week of film school, our first required screening was A Clockwork Orange? With no warnings about what was in that movie? Okay, that teacher is a fucking Joker-pilled motherfucker. You don't show A Clockwork Orange as the first movie. There is an assault scene in the first 5 minutes. Fuck. I still never seen all of Clockwork Orange. I had a friend who was very edgy in high school who, like, he was like into film and he was very Tarantino core kind of person, and he was like, do you want to watch A Clockwork Orange? And I was like, I want to see good movies, so like, he was like, I'm not sure if you'll like it, we can stop at any time. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't know if he said that. I feel like he may have, but after we got to the part where they assault elderly people, I was like, not for me right now. Maybe we watch something else. And I've still never seen all of A Clockwork Orange. How are you supposed to be popping if you can't wipe it off? Lizzie Real, I guess soap and water works too, but less of a compelling value proposition with soap and water. Ooh, Pond's cold cream. Hell yeah, MJ. Dreamaway were the so like other profs besides that prof who required that were shocked that was like that was the choice one of the profs had made. There was one who showed you a short film where butchers were gutting pigs with no warning. I don't trust these film professors. They sound like not great. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have a story of a film class I was in. I actually didn't take a ton of film classes in college because I was doing like a media communication major. And I got most of my film requirements out of the way from the semester study abroad I did. I took a intro to film studies class, which honestly, big ups to a controversial professor who is, I don't know. He was good at theory, very bad at practical teaching, and also like it's a little bit racist and sexist, and just kind of like one of those like middle-aged guys who you're like, oh, you don't know to not say that, and that's really frustrating and strange, but like, and really resistant to criticism kind of thing, but meant well is weird. But there was we watched Run Lola Run, which I really liked. But there's this scene, like all of the structure of that movie. Every time she like fails and has to try again, it is like a scene of the two main characters in bed, and it's completely red. And my friend I was sitting next to at the time was like, I think maybe those scenes are colored red because like the theme of the movie is love, and it's like foreshadowing that like the thing that saves them in the end is love, and my professor was like, I don't know about that. And I was just sitting there just like, you don't think the color red was used to symbolize love in the movie about love? I think he thought it was too obvious or something, but I was like, nah, bro, it's probably that. The soundtrack goes crazy on that movie. I would see that movie again. I actually have it on DVD. That shit's fire. It's such a film class core film, honestly. Oh my gosh. Yo, Gio's seen Run Lola Run. Lori says these film professors are too Caucasian for my taste. You're very right. At least mine, you're right. Yep. I think, like, people who are really intense about film, tend to be the ones who are, like, have the most longevity to, like, devote their lives to being a professor or working in the industry. And I think, unfortunately, a large portion of them are bitter or edgelords. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It was Intro to Film Studies at a Christian school in a suburb of Vancouver, so, definitely not getting the diverse perspectives on art that we could have been getting probably at a different institution. 100 emoji. Justin says, my wife grew up in China. Her most formative memory was a culture exchange teacher from America showed her class Marvel's Blade at like age 11 and it blew her mind. His name was Donkey. Huh? I'm kind of caught up on the his name was Donkey part. What's the story there? What's his story? Donkey? I have never seen Blade. Should I see Blade? Also, Dreamaway says, have you seen The Sound of Music? It's my favorite movie. Any thoughts on it? I have seen The Sound of Music. I've seen it a couple times throughout my life. I saw it as a young person. I also saw it... I haven't seen it quite that recently, but... I was like, the blood rave scene from Blade or The Sound of Music? I'll add them to my watch list. This was 100% the kind of movie I was not allowed to watch as a kid. Sound of Music. I also have seen a community theater production of that. Do I have any takes on Sound of Music? Gorgeously shot on location. Holy shit. Julie Andrews fucking kills it. She's phenomenal. God, Julie Andrews. The Sound of Music is my aunt's favorite movie. So I think that's what I think of when I think of her. And the 2 VHS version of it. I also... my dad tells a story about... he was talking to someone who had seen the film around when it had come out. And this person was like, yeah, I liked it, but it kind of ended weird. She just kind of left. And then my dad was like, you left during the intermission? Yeah, so it is a movie with an intermission. Man, I could totally watch that movie again. I bet that would bring very good vibes and feelings. But yeah, like, Julie Andrews' voice. Fucking off the chain. There's this anecdote about Julie Andrews that, like, she took the roles in Mary Poppins and Sound of Music pretty much back to back. And then I think she has spoken about how that basically, like, she wanted to do more work that wasn't just like those things, but after doing those roles, she was pretty pigeonholed into that role and didn't really get a lot of jobs not in that kind of area for a while, for a long time. So I think she regrets the sequence of those. 16 going on 17 goes crazy. MJ, say that. Yeah, that's good to know that Blade has the blood rave scene and not Sound of Music. I was pretty sure there wasn't a blood rave scene in Sound of Music, but yeah, that movie gets pretty intense towards the end. It's fucking Nazis. Lizzie says, watched it as a kid and being all like, wow, great movie so far. They're falling in love. And then the Nazis come in and my child brain loses the plot. I was like 7. Yeah. Yeah. The blood rave happens after they say goodnight, goodbye. Alvida said goodnight. I think, like, I remember the drama of that film being just very lovely, you know? It's one that deals with hard emotions very well. Yeah. That'd be really fun to see Sound of Music on a film print somewhere. I bet that's a thing I could do in LA. It has great pacing from your memory, Lizzie. I love good pacing. Pacing is very important to me in a film. Sound of Music makes you sob. Yeah, I mean, it really is a tearjerker. It really is kind of like an epic of so many different emotions in one movie. It's got whimsy, it's got love, it's got disappointment, it's got self-overcoming. Yo, Climb Every Mountain. Banger. Banger alert. Whimsy, you say? I do say. Lizzie says, actually, wait, I have a question. You know those symphonies where you watch a movie and then the live orchestra plays the music? Has anyone ever been to one of them? I know of them, but I have never actually seen one. I think my brother saw Star Wars Return of the Jedi, I think, scored live. But that sounds really sick. Man, this music is great. I need to favorite this. Dreamaway says, Sound of Music is really a timeless movie. What do you think makes a movie timeless? I think a movie can't be known whether it's going to be timeless until like 5-10 years on. I think timeless art is specific about the emotional arcs that the characters are going through to such a point that that message continues to speak throughout the ages. You know, like if something was made in the 50s and you can still see humanity and relevance to your current life, you know, I think Barbie has a potential to be timeless. I think there's a little, like, the more movies lean into, like, modern reference culture, I think that sometimes kneecaps their ability to be timeless. And I think it's quite hard for comedies to be timeless because our sensibilities just evolve as time goes on, and things that were funny at one point are not funny, or are like, oops, that's actually just, we were just laughing at a marginalized group and we don't want to do that anymore. You know, like, culture changes for the better, and certain art is not as accessible. But yeah, I think timeless art is just something that, like, says something so true that it continues to resonate in new ways as new cultural contexts arise. I think that's why I think Into the Woods is timeless to me, even though it came out in the 70s or 80s, which is ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, not that long ago, but, like, the way that it focuses on fairy tales rather than the social dynamics of the time and day that it came in. Like, Company by Stephen Sondheim I'm gonna see that this year, and I'm really excited about it. But it's like, that's a show that kind of has to be reimagined in its cultural context, because it was very about, like, relationships and the pressure to be in them in, like, the 80s when it came out. But Into the Woods just contains such depth. God. Yo, Company is one of your favorite musicals? Gio, it's coming to LA. I got tickets to go see it with some friends, so I'm excited. Justin, you saw Indiana Jones with a live score? That sounds sick. A couple years ago, they did Nightmare Before Christmas at the Hollywood Bowl with live performances, including Phoebe Bridgers as Sally. I didn't see that, but it seems cool. I kind of want to go see more films this year. I really was not doing films this year, so Justin, Gio, if you want to go see films, I need to see films. Hell yeah, Lizzie. I still haven't seen the Legally Blonde musical. I confessed earlier on stream I've still never seen the Legally Blonde movie as well. But yeah. Yeah, MJ, I think they do some of them annually. I think they might have. They didn't do the Halloween. They might have done the Nightmare Before Christmas with Danny Elfman live this year, but just not on Halloween. I know, Gio. I know. I know. I know this. I will say that I have seen like 2 or 3 numbers from Legally Blonde the musical frequently because they were performed for like group musical theater stuff in high school. So I've seen Oh My God, You Guys a number of times. Dreamaway says, requesting a Legally Blonde deep dive video post haste. Man, people really like Legally Blonde. This is the vibe that I'm getting. And I know people in my audience like musicals, so that's probably a good sign. Sick. It's Lizzie says it's mother wholeheartedly enjoyed it, so it's mom approved. Yeah, I mean I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm not opposed. I did try listening to the soundtrack without having seen it, and I was like, okay. You grabbed the musical theater kids the moment you made a Mamma Mia video. I've talked about this before, but I feel like most of you wouldn't have heard this by now. I made that video and it came out in March or April of last year, and then it didn't blow up until June. There was like 3 months after I had posted it where it was just kind of trickling, and then it exploded. YouTube is weird. So yeah, I was just kind of making shit that I liked, and then all of a sudden my audience became largely Mamma Mia video. You sent it to your entire family, Daddy Warbucks? Holy shit. June is the perfect time for Mamma Mia. Oh my god, Dreamaway, the first one you saw was the Glass Onion one. I'm really proud of that one too. Hell yeah. It blossomed during Pride. I love it. So I haven't gotten very far in the script, and I'm going to, prioritize working on my album, first so I can get that out of the way, because I haven't been given it the attention that it needs, and I want it to be done. But after that, I think my next video is going to be on The Idol. Which is like... Here's the thing. I don't think anyone wants this video, but I need this video. I need to make this or I'm going to go insane, so... I don't have a choice. Hi, Hello World 64. Hello World asks, what do you think of Mean Girls the Musical, the movie? Well, as I've not seen the movie or the musical or the oh wait, sorry, no, sorry. I was thinking we were talking about Legally Blonde again, but I was confused. The Mean Girls the Musical, the movie, I have not seen. It's not out yet, I don't think. But I've listened to the soundtrack of the musical. I think the musical is fine. It's not amazing. And I'll probably go see the movie. I'm kind of excited. I'm hunching down, so I'll move my camera a bit. I think it's it's really weird, and I mean, this is just parroting a talking point I saw online, but it's very strange that they're hiding the fact it's a musical in the marketing. That is a bad idea. That's a bad idea. So yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Lizzie. Get some good rest. Good luck on your test coming up. Okay, I'm glad that there are people reacting in a fascinated way to the idea of the idol video. I like totally missed the idol zeitgeist, but I think maybe that will help because the take that I have is basically that it's like part of the reason I feel like I need to make this idol video is because it does something to my brain similar to Mamma Mia, but like the dark version of that. It like lights my brain up on like as a dumpster fire. And it makes me feel feelings I've never felt anywhere else. And I think it is not good art, but it is art that makes me experience things. So I think I just want to do like a 20 minutes or less video talking about just like a handful of scenes from the idol that I think are transcendently strange. 20 minutes is the... Okay, 20 minutes is the goal. I don't know if I can do it in 20 minutes. Thank you for clocking that. Mango Rin says, I love listening to people talk about the idol. It feels like eavesdropping on lunch table gossip that's always evil and twisted. I think you get it, you know? Like, if there's one thing the internet loves to do, it's talk about the idol. No one wants to see the idol, and in fact, you probably shouldn't see the idol. It causes psychic damage. And that's why I need to talk about it. Because I need people to understand how weird it is. And how bad of an actor Abel Tesfaye is. Yeah, if I can do it in 20 or 30, that'll be good for my sanity. But I don't know if I can. Dreamaway says, I need to hear a gay creator talk about that show. I mean, yeah, you got a bisexual on the job, so you got it. I also, like, from the coverage I saw of people talking about the idol, they're just like, yeah, and then this show is like, and then they just describe what happens, and it's like, guys, this is not analysis. This is just saying what happens. Yeah. Bisexual. Yeah, the idol video will be perfect for people who haven't seen the idol but just want to watch the video. So, thanks for stopping by, Gio. Enjoy starting to end your day. Yeah, you don't really need to finish the idol to know what happens. The 5th episode is truly a disgrace to television. Mango Rin, I think you made the right choice there. It's time to do real analysis. Bisexual king, thank you. Thank you for seeing me. Invisible. It's a disgrace to television in general, but it is art! Is it good art? No. But it is art. You guys, there's a scene where Troye Sivan has a shock collar on, and he's getting tortured. They torture Troye Sivan, and then it cuts back later, and he has been tied up for hours and has pissed himself. And Moses Sumney comes over and cleans him up. it's kind of touching, but it just is. It's just that. It's just. And that's how I felt the entire time watching The Idol. So that's why I need to make this video. Yeah. Love Troye Sivan. King. Yeah, they brushed over that way too fucking quickly. He felt the rush. The rush of... the rush of electricity from the dog shot color. Okay. All right. I'm starting to become weary, I think. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Any last questions before we close up shop? Oh, Dream Away, I missed your question. I'm so sorry. Thoughts on the last 5 years of the musical? I haven't seen the movie, but I have seen a version of it while I was in high school at a local. Some students just did it because they were passionate about it at the theater students. I think it's beautiful. I think there's some songs that I don't super care for in it, but I love the format of it, and I love the emotional storytelling that it manages to do. I think Nobody Needs to Know It. I actually did, like... Our choir teacher did, like... had options for individual lessons in high school, and we could choose songs to practice, and I chose Nobody Needs to Know, and I think she was like... Why are you singing about an adult doing adultery in this Christian town? But also she was like, hey, you picked it, so whatever. But I think it's a gorgeous song. So, yeah, that's my take on that. I heard the movie adaptation wasn't super great. But it's got Anna Kendrick, and she's great, so... Aw, Mango Rin. That's so kind. You're so welcome. Oh, mid-deconstruction. I hear you. I see you. It's a hard time. But I'm really glad that it gave you language to articulate your experience. That's the biggest compliment that I could get. So I'm really glad you liked it. Thanks for watching. You're welcome for the fun stream. Thanks for coming by. This is really fun. I do a lot of like game streams, but I don't do a lot of just like I'm gonna sit down and chat for the entire time streams. So yeah. Should I do more of these? Is this more fun than video games? I don't know. Okay, I'll do more of these. Thanks, MJ. Good night, y'all. Sleep well, or if you're not in a place where it is time to sleep, enjoy your day. Just ride out this music a little bit. Good night. Thanks, Justin. Appreciate it. Okay. Good night.